So we move to what we call binocular vision and stereoscopic vision. Let us look at what that means. What you see with one eye also overlaps what you see with this eye. That means that if you close one eye, this one eye that is actually open is also able to see the other areas that this eye could actually see. That is what we call binocular vision. That the visual fields of both eyes overlap. Okay, so there is no distinction that if you close this eye, this is where it will stop. You will see that one eye that is actually open overlaps the other visual field of the other eye. Okay, so that means that when looking at an object, both eyes can help in focusing that object. Okay, so basically you have both eyes trying to focus the same object. Okay, now what that gives rise to is the fact that each eye will have slightly different images of the same object that you're seeing. Okay, but your brain will help in making sure that the interpretation that you have in your mind about the object that you're seeing is that it is actually a single image, a single cohesive perception from that object. So that means that for you what you see is one, but in reality that one eye, each of the eyes are actually having their own focuses, but of course these will later on be processed into a single cohesive image that you actually see, interpret in your brain. Okay, and that interpretation occurs in the visual cortex of the brain. Okay, so that the visual cortex of the brain helps in resolving the two retinal images such that you can be able to understand the extent of its distance and also the depth. Now, where are the eyes placed on an organism? And why is it very important that we actually know where the eyes are placed? The position of the eyes on an organism, or even in humans, is very important because it gives you, or it gives the organism, a wider field of view. Okay, so animals that have their eyes positioned in front of the head, it means that they have a greater visual field that actually overlaps, and this enhances their ability to be able to bring this wild view of this same object together in what we have explained as stereoscopic vision. Okay, so that's the importance of having the eyes in front. They give a wider view that can help in a perception of distance and depth. Okay, so it gives better depth perception, allowing just imagine if you climb a tree and then on some very good meters high up there, and then your brain tell you that actually it is a shorter distance. So if you decide to jump, you can actually break your legs, and you're breaking your legs because the mind has not interpreted the distance properly. But the way you have your eyes positioned and the way the brain works, it gives you very good information on whether that distance is safe for you to jump or not. So this is very important for survival of organisms. For example, the predators. for them to be able to make judgments about where the prey is. It's very important. Exactly like in case they are chasing for the prey, they don't also land into problems. Okay, yeah, so it is very vital in that regard. So predatory animals like the cats, hawks, and eagles, they have forward-facing eyes to improve that stereoscopic vision that helps them to capture the prey. And then we have animals such as the rabbits. They have their eyes are laterally positioned. That means that they cannot have that binocular vision that we have explained. This, yes, it can provide a wide field of view, but the challenge is they have issues with depth perception. Depth perception is what I've just explained. When you need to be able to judge that this distance is okay or this distance is not okay. You can't decide to jump from the top of a building because your eyes are saying that is a short distance. So the rabbits have that disadvantage in that they cannot properly determine the depth. Their depth perception is actually limited because of the monocular vision. Okay. So that marks the end of this presentation, where we have looked at mainly the concept to do with trichromatic theory that helps us to understand why we perceive different objects to have different colors. It's mainly because of the three types of cones that we have. The rods cannot do color perception. They cannot help us in that role. So the theory lies in the fact that you have differential stimulation of the three types of cones. Thank you.